Well, Kerry, not saying hello to me then?
She's not quite herself today.
Oh?
Show Mrs. Green what you did, love.
Oh, how did she do that?
Well, it was yesterday evening. We had just a few fireworks for the kids. I thought we were ever so careful, but there's always something you forget to tell them.
How did it happen then?
It's a sparkler. You wouldn't believe it, would you? I mean, really. It wasn't as though the children were on their own. I was there. I did the lighting. And I took good care they were holding the sparklers properly at arm's length. Not dancing around, waving them and poking each other's eyes out.
So what did happen then?
Well, I ask you. When the sparkler's finished, back she goes and tries to pick it up. It may look cool, but it's still red hot, isn't it? What a silly girl, then.
Make sure your child doesn't start November the 6th like this, or worse. Even a sparkler can be dangerous if you don't take care. A sparkler stays hot even when it's out. Make sure your child doesn't start November the 6th like this.
Over 1,000 people a year still get injured by fireworks.
For parents to supervise children's activities during...
More than 2/3 of them are children. Do you know where your child is in the weeks up to November the 5th? Out collecting? Getting fireworks from older children? Parents. Where's your child tonight? Where's that boy?
Think how much you use your hands. Most fireworks can cause serious damage to hands and arms. Many of these are at family house parties, often the result of messing with fireworks and sparklers. Make sure your fireworks are legal and follow the firework code. Never put sparklers in the hands of under 5s. Always keep a safe distance, and most importantly, if a firework fails, leave it alone. Use your head or lose your hand.
Get out, stay out, call 999.
Do you forget little things?
Every time.
Like your keys? Putting out the bins? Valentine's Day?
Mum!
Loo roll?
No, you said that you were bringing your wallet out.
Money? Umbrellas? The batteries in your smoke alarm? Remember, test them every week, change them every year. Push the button, not your luck.
Overloaded socket! Oh, spoiled sport. Come on, Rosie, something. Matches, come on, go for the matches, darling. And put them there for you. Come on. Oh, Daddy. You put them out of reach. Matches, and twice too full and the heat's too high. Don't. Oh, don't. Something. Come on. Oh, The heat is too close to the curtain. Behind the door. Look what you've done. Bye-bye, house. Uh-oh.
Don't give fire a chance.
We wilden graag een test met u doen. Stel, het is nacht, er is brand uitgebroken. Ja. Door de rook kun je niks zien, dus je krijgt nu even een blinddoek om. Je hebt 2 minuten de tijd om buiten te komen. Wacht even. Nou, we wilden graag een test met je doen. Ja? Stel, het is nacht, er is brand uitgebroken. Door de rook zie je niks, dus je krijgt deze blinddoek om. Je hebt nu 2 minuten om buiten te komen.
Ga gauw. Mijn hoofd.
Dag, we wilden graag een test met u doen.
Ja, nou dat kan.
Stel, het is nacht, er is brand uitgebroken.
Ja?
Door de rook ziet u niets, daarom krijgt u een blinddoek om. En u heeft nu 2 minuten om buiten te komen.
Mag gewoon. Jeetje. Jeetje, wat erg.
U heeft het gehaald, maar u bent wel uw kind vergeten.
Ja, inderdaad. Ja.
Goeiedag. Hallo? Ik zou graag een test met je willen doen. Stel, het is nacht en je ligt te slapen. Beneden is er brand uitgebroken omdat je een stand-by knopje aan hebt laten staan. En de rook gaat meteen naar boven, maar daar merk je helemaal niets van.
Wat moet ik nu doen?
Niets. Je bent al gestikt. Je kind ook.
I know a place that's peaceful and quiet, a place where animals play. It's called the forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match or cigarette and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
Okay.
You'd think you'd wake in a house fire, wouldn't you? But just 2 to 3 breaths of toxic smoke and you're unconscious. Your lungs fill up, just like drowning. Don't drown in toxic smoke. Test your smoke alarm weekly.
love people. Love to be around them, see them smile, see the laughing faces of their young and children in turn. I'm drawn to this flickering hypnosis, to reach out as I do in fateful embrace. My name is Fire. Be careful when you're near me. I can't help myself.
Meeting Julie then. It's Julie!
Mary lived here. Mary was born during the war. Went to a good school and on to university. She liked swimming, dancing. She was going to be married in the summer. Last night, Mary went to bed and left the fire unguarded, and she died in the blaze that followed. Tonight, before you go to bed, fire guard your home. Settle and guard open fires. Make sure cigarettes are out and empty ashtrays into a safe container. Switch off electrical appliances and unplug at the sockets. Close all doors. Don't make the same mistake as Mary. Fire is a nightmare.
Once upon a time there was a dolly called Matilda. She was afraid of the dark. So the grown-ups put a nightlight in the bedroom. One night, Matilda thought she could smell something funny. It all happened so quickly. "Help! Help!" cried Matilda. Sadly, this is where the story ends. A fire doesn't have to kill you to take your life.
When you tuck your children in at night, are you putting them to bed or laying them to rest? If inhaled, the smoke from a house fire could kill a small child in under a minute. They'll rely on you to wake them up and get them out. What are you relying on? Wake up. Get a smoke alarm.
Last year in England, 15 children died in house fires. Children like yours. So parents, I'd like you to make a promise. Repeat after me. I swear on my child's life to test my smoke alarm on clock change day. To give my family the best chance of surviving a house fire. You did promise, didn't you? Because you can't turn back time.
Each night as you go to bed, close the door, and that door will hold back almost any fire. It will give you 10 precious minutes to get out. Leave it open, and it will give you no time at all. Fire. Shut it out. You'll never put it out.
You keep your fireworks in a bag. You place them on the ground. You use a fuse to light them. And you keep enough distance. What are you doing wrong? You've got 5 seconds.
As I went down to the valley to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down. Come on down, don't you wanna go down? Oh, brothers, let's go down, down in the valley to pray. As I went down to the valley to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way.
You keep your firecrackers in a bag. You use a bottle to keep them upright. You light the fuse with a cigarette. And you keep enough distance. What are you doing wrong? You've got 5 seconds.
You wouldn't tackle a fire if you knew what was going to happen. In 30 seconds, your house will start to fill with deadly smoke. In 40 seconds, you won't be able to breathe upstairs. In 50 seconds, you won't be able to breathe downstairs. So you won't even have time to fill a bucket of water. Get out, get the fire brigade out, and stay out.
Last Christmas, I hung the little angels on the Christmas tree, and Stephen helped me. And then, Mum and Dad went out to a party, and Stephen and I were in bed. And then I woke up, and there was smoke, and Stephen was crying. And I ran and shouted for Mum, but she didn't come. And then Stephen stopped crying. That was last Christmas.
Fire can break out at any time. This Christmas, don't leave your children alone in the house.
Thank you, Mummy.
Oh, darling.
Thank you, Mummy. Thank you, Mummy. Thank you, Mummy.
Leave it now, lovely.
Thank you, Mummy.
Oh.
The smoke and fumes from a house fire can kill a child in under a minute. Wake up. Get a smoke alarm.
Light it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Ja, die pijn, die kan je niet wegblokken. Het is net of ze met een priem in steken. Ik heb samen met een paar vrienden een bom in elkaar geflanst. Met strijkers, een plastic zakje, een paar strijkers als ontsteking. Op het moment dat ik hem af wou steken, ontplofte die gelijk. Bloed spoot eruit. Mijn duim lag ernaast. Het is al die jaren goed gegaan.
You keep your fireworks in a bag. You only light one at a time. And you always use a fuse. What are you doing wrong? You've got 5.
If your foam furniture catches fire, a smoke alarm will warn you at this point. If you haven't got a smoke alarm, you won't find out, because all foam, even new foam, which doesn't burn as easily, silently gives off poisonous cyanide gas. Which is why thousands of people without a smoke alarm, who thought they'd wake up, didn't. It's not an early warning. It's the only warning.
On the 3rd of March last year, the Powell family were woken by their smoke alarm. Mrs. Powell escaped with the baby. Her husband went to get their little girls. Finding their beds empty, he fought his way outside. The girls weren't there. He tried to return but was beaten back by flames. I found their bodies in the wardrobe, where they'd hidden. Get a plan. Get out alive.
Side, Campbell trying to nudge the ball through from McCall, well picked out by Shipley. And we've actually got a fire in the stand on the far side of the ground. But now that fire is beginning to rage. And the 2,500 people in that stand are panicking. They are frantic to get out. And look at that! Oh, this is awful. 10 minutes ago, we were looking at a football game.
If your chip pan catches fire, don't panic. Just follow these instructions. 1. Turn off the heat. 2. Run a cloth under a tap and wring it out. 3. Cover the pan and then wait until it's cooled right down. Don't try and move the pan, and whatever you do, don't throw water over the fire. The effects can be devastating.
All children are fascinated by fire. Do you know where every match is in your house? They probably do.
Make your plan. Get out alive.
When your smoke alarm goes off, make sure you know what to do. Plan your escape now, or you might live to regret it.
Nancy? Jimmy?
Please keep matches away from children.
What's she always on about, this kid of hers?
Oh, I don't know. I said to her last week, I said, you know, you won't too much about it, Stephen. Save me school next year, that'll soon sort him out.
Yeah, well, that's her lookout, isn't it? Should have been stricter with him at the right time.
Yeah, well, you're too strict, you are.
I'm not strict, I'm fair. Don't have Kevin any harm, is it?
Yeah, well, you can't hold kids back, though.
I'm not saying hold him back. I'm saying there's such a thing as discipline. Fair discipline.
Well, I still say you've got to draw a line.
Anyway, where is Kevin this afternoon?
Oh, I don't know. I think he said he was going round to see Stephen.
Yeah, and that's another thing I don't like either. Them playing together. There's enough kids round here, judging by the rout the weekend.
Jim!
If your child was killed or badly injured in a firework accident like this, you'd probably blame the parents of the other children. But your children are your responsibility. Make sure yours aren't meddling with fireworks this bonfire night.
Oudejaarsavond. Wij zijn er klaar voor. Jij ook?
In the next few minutes, you could make a cup of tea, go to the loo, or see to the kids. Keep watching. What you've just witnessed took just under 3 minutes. Never ever underestimate the speed of fire. Get out, call the fire service, and for God's sake, stay out.